Cheddar's Closing Bell. I'm Alicia Nieves. In March, XPO Logistics, a global provider of supply chain solutions, unveiled GXO as the new company name for its spin-off logistics business. This is part of XPO's plan to create two pure-play industry powerhouses, focused separately on transportation and logistics. And joining us now, Malcolm Wilson, CEO of XPO Logistics Europe and incoming CEO of GXO Logistics, a man wearing many hats. Malcolm, thank you so much for joining us, first of all. And second of all, I'm wondering, could you take us through the strategy really of how GXO Logistics was selected and how it's positioned to ride secular tailwinds to success?
Hey, it's great to be here. GXO, after the spin, it's going to be the second largest logistics company in the world, contract logistics. And we're riding on the benefit right now of these big secular mega trends that are taking place. So outsourcing of logistics, we're seeing more and more companies are seeking to outsource their logistics. That's been a constant trend for years, but it's accelerated as a consequence of the pandemic. Large organizations are seeing just the critical nature that logistics plays in their overall supply chain and their success. And e-commerce, that's another big trend that's taking place right now. And that's enabling us to gear many of our high-tech warehouses with lots of automation to help speed up the processes in our activities. And lastly, industrial automation and robotics that are going into our facilities. These big three trends are really powering our logistics business. It will be GXO going forward.
Speaking of companies outsourcing, we know that your company is working with Apple as it opens a new facility and distribution in Indiana. Now, how will you be operating the facility and really what resources are you guys providing to help the mega power that is Apple?
We're so excited to be operating Apple's new distribution center in Indiana. This warehouse and distribution center, it's going to be filled with the very latest technology, automation, robotic technology that's going to personalize products before we actually dispatch them to the consumer. We're super excited to be working with Apple on this project.
Yeah, another major company that we know you're working with, XPO Logistics at least, with Nestle to unveil the digital distribution warehouse of the future. What are some of the new capabilities of XPO? What will it showcase for that initiative?
Nestle is a great example. We termed that the warehouse of the future, and we stood that warehouse up in 2020, in fact, right in the midst of the pandemic, but using the most stringentest of safety protocol with all of our teams. But that warehouse went live in a very difficult environment and is producing huge amounts of productivity for Nestle, and it's enabling us to handle bigger volumes in a more speedier way through the warehouse with greater levels of accuracy, greater levels of quality, and importantly, safety. And it's really been a win-win solution for Nestle, for GXO, and in fact, for all of the consumers that enjoy the benefit of Nestle products.
We understand that your company recently released earnings, and it's clear you guys are thriving right now. As the economy, though, reopens and people start going out, again, and shopping, how will XPO and GMO Logistics plan to maintain the recent momentum?
We've seen huge growth coming from consumer demand. The market really is very, very busy. Just in this last year to date, in the last quarter and our year to date, we've signed and renewed a total of over $4 billion of new contracts with customers. In amongst those, in fact, one contract for a long-standing customer, $1.8 billion, is the largest single customer contract in the company's history. It's phenomenal. We're seeing huge demand for our services coming from this outsourcing trend. E-commerce puts a strong need of speed and flexibility into our warehouses, and that's where our automation and robotic technology is really playing a big benefit. Large-scale organizations like GXO really have a first-mover benefit in this sphere. We're really benefiting from these trends.
Yeah, we saw there just a few seconds ago the stock up 21%. So obviously a great year. We'll see how it continues to be. Thank you so much, Malcolm Wilson, CEO of XPO Logistics Europe and incoming CEO of GXO Logistics.